An unexpected discovery. I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
I didn't expect such a big crowd at the hearing. Should I take the stand myself? What do you think, little kitty? Maybe we can do a little show of, paws. Raise your left paw if you think I should testify, or your right paw if... Wait! You raised your left paw before I even finished my sentence. No, that doesn't count. Let's try again. Okay, if you raise your right paw, I'll let someone else handle it. Right paw, huh? Well, I did actually want to tell everyone the truth myself. Let's give this another shot.
Miss Jieje, the hearing is about to start. If you would please join us.
Now? Yes, Madame Juyo. I'll be there in a minute. Rover! Oh, you're here. It's really nice to see you. And I appreciate you coming. I just handed over all the evidence we gathered from Mingyang's studio and the exiles camp to the patrollers. Now the Shangyun Art Exchange can't deny the fact they were producing and trading art forgeries. But there is one more thing. The patroller said we still need someone to testify in the hearing. You're really kind, but, I'll be fine to do this myself. You've already helped me so much. Even just having you here is a huge relief. Some things I've got to face on my own. That said, I, didn't expect there would be so many spectators coming to watch. If I get nervous and mess up any details, could you please help to remind me? Thank you. Having you here helps, more than you know. It's about time. We should probably go in, huh?
With both parties present, this hearing is now in session. Let us begin. First, a brief overview of the case before us. Miss Jieje alleges that the guilty party, Mingyan, implicated in the tacit discord assault, was coerced into committing art fraud under duress. Therefore, her mental state was adversely affected, which led to her committing actions contrary to her will. Today, based on new evidence provided by Miss Jieje and the result of this hearing, we will determine whether to revisit Mingyan's charges and consider if the Shangyun Art Exchange is indeed guilty of selling illegal art forgeries.
What? With all due respect, this doesn't match what we discussed before.
Mr. Baitze, I remind you that any evidence or arguments presented before and during the hearing are valid. If you would like to add further information, you're welcome to do so at any point. Now, without further ado, either party may begin their opening statement.
Madame Juya, the situation is...
Madame Juyao, as the head of the Shangyuan Art Exchange, I, Baitze, must clear our name and seek justice here today. There are 2 points I'd like to address. Firstly, the authenticity of our artworks remains unimpeachable. Secondly, Mingyan's provocative creations stem solely from her own greed and vanity. She alone should bear responsibility for the assault. Throughout my tenure at the Art Exchange, our foremost principle has been that of integrity, a well-known fact. And yet, integrity in business is not enough to stave off discord. We are aware of certain painters rejected by the Art Exchange, nursing grudges and resorting to threats. They bombarded us with spite and slander, causing a public uproar simply because they didn't get what they wanted. Should the public be swayed by these slanderous insinuations that paint us as wicked fraudsters, then I'm afraid justice will never be served.
Please control yourself, Mr. Baitze.
Forgive me, madam. But if this injustice persists, I will have no choice but to sue them for harming the Shangyuan Art Exchange's reputation. They have damaged the trust we built with our clients. I demand they compensate us for our losses and issue a public apology. Such disgraceful behavior will not diminish us. Our principles will not waver, and we will protect the Shangyuan Art Exchange from any ill intent.
I've bought paintings from Shangyuan Art Exchange before. They were good quality, and their service was decent. Hard to believe they'd be involved in something like this.
The honest always get the short end of the stick. But who's Mingyan? A painter? Never heard of him.
Must be some nobody trying to get attention using the Shangyuan's name.
Why is the Art Exchange always in the middle of some controversy?
Order! Order! You may continue your statement.
Madam, allow us to present our account of the events. This all really began 3 days ago. I was entrusted to investigate a certain arcane artist in the Tiger's Maw.
Hey, Rover! Took you long enough to get here. Things are getting awfully strange around the mine lately. Figured you're just the one to untangle this mess. With your knack for solving mysteries, you'll figure this out in no time. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there's a special folktale in Jinjo. Word has it, there's this mysterious arcane artist whose paintings come to life as they paint, as if each brushstroke has a life of its own. Once their canvas dries, whatever they've painted leaps right off the page. Mythical creatures, the whole shebang, all real as day. The thing is, anyone who might have seen these paintings, well, they vanish into thin air. I've never heard of such a unique forte. Lately, I've been receiving reports about eerie monsters wandering the mine at midnight. Some witnesses even ran into them more than once. These monsters, they look like paintings from a distance, but approach them, and they're as docile as can be. Reading these reports, I couldn't shake the tale of the arcane artist from my mind. Sure, some say it's just a prank or some new tacit Discord variant. But with rumors swirling, folks are getting jittery. Can't let things escalate. That's why I reached out to you. Great. Counting on you to crack this case wide open. Oh, and you might want to chat up the witnesses. Got their names right here for you.
That's it for today. Time for a break. Oh, hey there. Need something? Oh, you've come to the right guy. I was actually the first to see those weird things. I was playing chess with the old miners until midnight, then headed home alone. On my way back, I heard these strange moans like some kind of monster was out there. At first I thought they were tacit discords, and I was ready to bolt. But then, I realized they were different. These monsters, they were being drawn to something. Curiosity got the better of me, so I took a step closer and saw that they had these strange features. Gleaming eyes, gnarled horns, and dark green bodies covered in slimy liquid. Do you think they're related? Did Gupon tell you about that old folktale? You know, I did see some people standing nearby. Just some shadows, really, because it was so dim. Well, the light was flickering in the wind, so I couldn't make out their faces, but I knew something was weird with the scrolls they had in their hands. Every time they moved, more monsters appeared. Later, I told everyone about it, and Gupon was there. She freaked out, saying it was just like the tale of the arcane artist. I'm not sure, but I overheard them talking. No, actually, arguing would be more accurate. Anyway, I got worried those monsters might attack me, so I bolted and didn't catch what they were arguing about. I do remember. Wait, you're not seriously thinking of going there, are you? Whatever those monsters are, they're unidentified and dangerous. If you have to go, be really careful, all right?
I will be there for everyone.
I see.
Why hesitate if you know what you want?
Ready to rumble.
You can count on me.
I will be there for everyone.
Anything I...
Another day, another heroic me. Another day, another heroic me.
You don't look like you work at the mine. Can I help you with something? Oh yes, that strange event. It's the talk of the town right now. I've conducted several investigations and found that those monsters tend to appear around midnight. Their locations seem random though. Fortunately, they haven't caused much harm. I think it's because they always show up and vanish in the dead of night. If you ask me, these monsters are a new type of tacit discord. Since they're unrecorded, our terminal can't trigger an alarm when they're nearby. For safety reasons, we have increased our patrols around the mine. Do you mean the mysterious painter who can bring fantastical creatures to life? That could explain it. But a forte tied to painting is rare. Aside from the blurred silhouettes I saw that night, I remember hearing voices. Like people talking. The voices came from where those silhouettes were, but they sounded like vague muttering. Thinking about it now, if it was a human voice, how could someone get so close to those monsters without crying out for help?
I've gathered enough information. It's time to check the scene where those monsters were spotted. There's something ahead. That figure. That paintbrush. Could it be? Nothing here. Huh. That's odd. Did I just imagine that?
Rover! You're here! Sorry, did I scare you just now? Finding inspiration. The night often sparks my creativity. Of course not! I heard about the tale of the arcane artist and hoped to find out who they are. Sorry I lied to you. I didn't want to drag anyone else into this. Bringing painted creatures to life, making fantasies real. It sounds like a fairy tale, but when the arcane artist first caught people's attention in Jinzhou years ago, it was more than just a tale. Now this story is making the rounds again. Most don't see the dangers it holds. As someone who feels the threat, I want to uncover the truth before it's too late. Yes, there was once an artist who could create paintings that felt so real, you could almost step into them. But these paintings, they strayed from the artist's original intentions and caused a lot of trouble. I don't know who's behind these latest events, but if it's really the arcane artist, their paintings will bring nothing but trouble. That's why I have to stop them, to prevent the past from repeating itself. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at investigating, so I haven't found any major clues yet. I'm here for the arcane artist, but also hoping to meet an old acquaintance. Maybe he knows what happened in the mine. Is that so? Oh, okay.
Hey, Juja! Long time no see. You need more pigments already?
No, not yet.
And this must be the Rover! Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you. Didn't realize you and Juja knew each other.
But I've never had the chance to introduce myself properly.
A great moment for it. Here's the thing, Rover. I can't say I know Juja very well, but I do know she's got this quirk where her courage tends to crumble right when it's crunch time. So, when it comes to introducing herself to you, I'd bet money on it she's been mentally rehearsing it for forever before she got the guts to take action.
No, it's not like that.
Juja, you can't keep avoiding things. You've got to take action, or you'll never get what you want. You only live once, right?
Yes, Mr. Shilang is right. Rover, I've actually been meaning to tell you something. Hello, my name is Zhe Zhi. We have met before, but I like to make this a formal request. I would really like for us to become friends.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
Hello? Juja? Hey, what are you waiting for?
Okay. I can do this. Rover.
That was a pretty obvious slip of the tongue.
Nice to meet you. My name is Zhe Zhi. I'm a painter. I take art commissions and strive to create beautiful paintings. I'm not being very articulate, but I hope we can be friends.
How sweet. I must say, I've never seen Juja this nervous since she first became one of my cherished patrons.
Well, wait, Mr. Shilang. We're actually here today to talk about the tale of the arcane artist.
Oh, I know the tale, but I've never come across this mystical maestro myself. If such an artist truly existed, I'd be the first to know, without a doubt. I supply ore to pigment manufacturers and sometimes serve as their sales proxy, so most painters in Jinzhou come to my shop to buy pigments. Well, pigments aren't flying off the shelves these days. Just a few regulars, you know? Oh, but those ore buyers from a while back, they seemed a bit suspicious. They bought heaps of leftover ore, the cheapest type, and told me not to let anyone know they got the ore here. People don't usually buy that stuff. Oh, wait. Juja, didn't you buy some once? A long time ago, right? I remember you saying you couldn't afford the fancy pigments, so you made your own. That stuck with me. So when those guys asked for leftovers, I paid extra attention.
Are you sure you can tell us this? I thought they asked you to keep it a secret.
They turned out to be thieves who stole from me during the night. But when I found out, I reported the theft to the patrollers, and that was the end of it. Thieves don't deserve my business or respect. Of course, help yourself.
If this is the situation...
Hey, Rover! What brings you here? It's been ages since we last met. The patrol station's been pretty busy lately, so I haven't had the time to catch up with you. And Chich is here too. Hiya! Do you remember me? We met at the moon chasing festival. Oh, are you all right? You don't look well. Do you need help?
Hello? No, it's not. No, thank you.
The painting we had you do for us during the festival is awesome. Everyone loves it, so we put it up on the wall.
Really? I'm glad you all like it.
We'd also like to invite you to our station, so we can formally thank you in person. Wait, how about coming to the station with me today? Are you heading back to the city?
But we're still okay.
Investigate? About what? A new case? Oh, I get it. In that case, it's probably not the best time for a get-together.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me if you need any help. Oh, I'm here to support the patrollers. There was an assault near the mine recently, and they're short on people to investigate. What's odd is those monsters haven't caused any more trouble since we got here. Right now, we're talking to witnesses and trying to figure out what triggered the incident.
Did something just happen over there?
Don't tell me it's a tacit discord. Hold on, just got a message. Seems like they really are stirring up trouble again. Sorry, but I gotta go check this out.
Should we go as well? You could be right, but there's one other thing. After Rover and I bumped into each other, we decided to investigate the surroundings and follow Patroller Chisha to the scene of the incident. It was there we learned about the details of Mingyan's offense and the truth behind the tale of the arcane artist.
Once Juju has the paintbrush in her hand, she begins to speak calmly. She'll be fine making the statement on her own now.
Let's give him hell. Close one. It's morphin' time.
One with the sounds.
Turn to my advantage. Hear the thunder! Feel it.
Sucks to be here.
sorry to trouble you. Thanks. Wait. I haven't said why. What I'm trying to say is, if I had been clearer, you wouldn't have had to explain things to Chisha for me. She's really nice. It's just, we're not that close, and I'm not sure how to respond to how friendly she is. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't bring myself to turn her down. I'll do my best not to trouble you and express my feelings properly next time. Thank you.
Thanks for your help, Rover. We caught the culprit before anything worse could happen. We were lucky to have you here.
According to the preliminary examination, we suspect that these tacit discords were agitated by the frequency fluctuations from a scroll painting found at the scene. The energy remaining in the painting was generated by its creator's forte, nearly overclocking. But rest assured, we've calmed her down and contained the energy. The painting needs to be thoroughly examined to identify its connection with the monsters and eliminate any potential risk it still poses.
Thanks for all your help. We'll take it from here. She fessed up when I first started talking to her, but clammed up when I tried to dig deeper. Well, honestly, she seemed a bit off to me. But we don't have time for that now. We gotta clean up the scene and get the damage under control. You sure can.
Why? Mingyan? Why are you... Yes, we used to take painting lessons together.
You... I didn't... I hurt them. It was a mistake. I'm alone.
Thank goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so close. Part of it, I guess. I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her paintbrush around like she was sweeping the sky. I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm of monsters exploded out of thin air. They started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away as fast as my legs would take me. Not super clearly, but when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures, all like, "Stop! Don't do this!" I think she might have been trying to stop them from hurting people.
Oh, my head. Oh, it hurts. Only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with someone right before the weird visions appeared. I heard stuff like, "Don't stop me, I've already won," and "Who doesn't want fame and fortune?" That's a good thing they caught that painter. Can't imagine what could have happened otherwise. Well, I've met my fair share of artists, but none that would gamble with lives for the sake of their work. That's a first for me.
That's strange. Huh? Oh, you're back. You figured it out already?
They repeatedly describe witnessing bizarre, otherworldly visions.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte into the painting, creating temporary phantasms. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane artist from the tale.
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated phantasms seen by scared people at night. In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine, but after we met, I thought it was coming from you, so I didn't give it much attention. Come to think of it now, it might have been Ming Yan's forte fluctuation.
So she was there at the same time we were. I didn't even notice her presence. But what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks for personal gain. She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Maybe there's more to this story than I thought. Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me. Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to your help. Actually, I've wanted it since we last met at the mine. You want me to decide? To be honest, I haven't really thought it through. I remember meeting Ming Yang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder if she kept going there after I left. Should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. That could be a good start. I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Okay, let's go. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation to get to the truth.
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Ming Yan's greedy ambition that she...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. Baizi.
I will be there for everyone.
Anything I can help.
Another day, another heroic me.
I see.
Why has I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Let's reach farther destinations together.
Oh!
I should try to smile more, you say?
Let's reach farther destinations together.
Make this quick. I have experiments underway.
Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here.
Let's find the clues.
This paper. This white jade paper has a rich history. Its smooth, fine texture holds ink beautifully, exactly what you want for more delicate brushwork. Countless masterpieces, both old and new, were painted on this paper. Like China's Voyage to Yum Mountain and Yiling's Qixu's Dawn of Spring, both two good examples. Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, there's a discount sticker on the wrapping, and it looks quite new. Yes, White Jade Hall runs a yearly sale. I attended it 2 days ago and bought paper with this same packaging. Ming Yang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used, which means she was painting day and night until the incident. Different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these differences and choose the right paper to showcase various styles. White jade paper is my absolute favorite, but because it's so expensive, I can only afford to buy it when there's a special sale. I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must say, it's worth it. Really? Then I'll count on you next time. We have the same painting style, and the quality of our finished works is remarkably similar. Even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should finish a painting in about the same time. Once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail meets their standards. It becomes an obsession. I guess this is true for most painters. There is a difference. The brushwork on this one, see how heavy it is? You can tell Ming Yang was in low spirits. And this one, the strokes are light and fluid. That tells me she was happy when she painted this. The feelings a painter has during the process of creation often linger in the brushstrokes without them knowing. They're present in every line, even if the artist tries to hide it. Yes, to me, painting is like a window into the heart of the artist. When words fail, these feelings can be depicted through brushstrokes instead. It is strange though. She keeps reproducing the same painting over and over, using techniques that aren't her usual style. Waters and mountains rest by the pain, valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. This artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. It captures the scenic landscape seen from the village itself. Ah, the pigment! When did it get on my clothes? Huh? It came off with just a little wipe. It shouldn't come off the fabric so easily. Looks like there's stains from ink and paint that have been washed out over time. Ming Yan could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her ideas. I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough outlines onto my clothes. After all, fabric used to be a common art material. Besides, using clothes does help to seize fleeting inspiration, don't you think? It's a shame the clothes are stained forever, but it's worth it to see how different inks behave on fabric.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey. This is a testament.
How could this happen? The Shenyang Art Exchange is a renowned institution that manages the exchange of calligraphy and paintings in Huanglong. For an artist to have their work selected is a great honor, bringing with it immense prestige. According to Mingyang's diary, the art exchange had been collaborating with her until some terrible mishap occurred. But I have some other thoughts about it. Being picky about one's work is second nature to an artist. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone else's. I've always admired my fellow artists, hoping that one day I could be as good as them, perhaps even surpass them. I kept painting and improving, but no matter how hard I tried, I always felt it wasn't good enough. This needs to be refined. It's not quite there yet, still short of perfect. Will my client be disappointed? I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It started creeping into my daily life too. It's true that one might find motivation in these thoughts, but they can also lead one astray. I felt trapped for ages until I finally figured out the path I ought to follow, embrace my emotions fully, and create the art my heart yearns for. This is of the greatest importance to me. But if I found myself in the same situation as Mingyang, perhaps I'd react similarly and lose my way. She was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. There must be a way to uncover the truth and save her. Hey, have a look at this. Seems like this pigment is homemade. But why are there herbs in it? Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with? Medicinal herb residue.
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently. This must be the leftover residue she didn't get around to cleaning up.
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, so those plants I saw in the pharmacy weren't just for decoration. I've never tried myself. When I get sick, I usually just wait it out. My family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about how they were made. Sorry, I'm just not very experienced. I think... No, I might be... Nothing. It's just a thought. I might be wrong. Then... I'll share it with you. The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it, and that's why the vase got knocked over. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. Huh. why is that watermark in the shape of a gold puff? Okay, I figured it out. That must be the reason. Rover will definitely be impressed with my deductive skills. A gold puff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble and afraid of getting scolded, it slipped out of the window. Sorry, I need to improve my investigation skills. I see. I guess I jumped to conclusions. I'll do better next time. Oh yes, these are phantasms I can create with my brush. They only exist for a short while. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm a bit rusty now. Yes, I rarely need to use my forte in daily life. When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way. It helps me to understand my progress and improve my skills. And artwork created with forte is indeed mesmerizing, nearly flawless. But that's not my goal. So I've used this ability less over time. But it's fine to use it for the investigation. Yes, it could be related to my forte. Someone broke into the studio looking for something, or trying to steal something. Probably something tied to Ming Yang's paintings. However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
This might be related to the Shangyun art exchange and Ming Yan's breakdown. Let's follow these tracks and see where they lead.
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There, we found new clues that pointed to a hidden player behind all of this. The trolley is worn. Maybe it carried something very heavy.